Hey,
Here we are.
so now you've gotten your history lesson.
Yeah, that sets the stage. Now we were gonna do Atreides versus Harkonnen, but looking through the Harkonnen deck, it became very clear to me that I had not actually ever touched the Harkonnen deck, and there were many cards in there that did not make any sense. But I do have the Fremen, and Justin's on.
It's not
House
very
of Atreides.
flavorful for the Atreides to fight the Fremen.
I think the Fremen probably would have fought the Atreides.
they would have.
Yeah, if things hadn't happened. So, but anyway, yeah, we're here.
This is
Dune.
not necessarily a Dune spoiler-free stream.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the movie,
Yeah.
you should probably go watch the movie because it's great. That was the prologue to the movie in the director's cut.
Yeah.
I love that. That's some good 80s narration.
Yeah, well, so Dune was originally published in 1965, and that is a 1965 plot right there.
Oh yeah.
Where things are like needlessly complicated, yeah, it's just a great, just a great bit of like pulpy science fiction. So now we think we know how to play somewhat, but we will be referring to the rule book. Now, we have read passages of this rule book to you.
Card game Necromancy Playmat is certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
We did want to get like a logo or something drawn up for that.
Yeah.
Commissioned. Because that'd be pretty cool.
Right. Just to use as like a title bumper or something like that for this. Now, what I did not realize is that I was giving you a preview of one of the most infamous rule books in all of card game history. Apparently, this rule book's unparsability is legendary.
Okay. Yeah.
They when they came out with like the second and third set, they actually made a better rule book because this one is so dense.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And Justin and I have both we've done some research into this.
I think I was reading a different rule book. It was definitely not that one.
Yeah, I read part from a different rule book, but this one's filled with some choice bits.
I think I read through the whole one that I had today, and I still didn't understand anything about the game.
Yeah,
pretty much anything.
So it seems completely alien to the way card games are played.
That's true.
We both actually start with a lot of resources, but we compete against each other.
We can arrange an audiobook Nathan reading. That'll be 15,000 Mushroom Mans.
Yeah. Let's
see how long it takes to fall asleep.
I have.
That's actually just straight up ASMR though.
Right. I actually have a choice bit picked out for when the time is right.
Okay.
I am looking forward to this because when I stumbled across it in the rule book, I rushed downstairs and said, "Justin, you're not going to believe this. Look at this." Anyway, so we do know the basic setup. So
that rule book. Oh, that's a good bet. Safe bet.
You have two decks in this. This is the house deck, and this is the Imperial deck, I think, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. You also have your homeworld, which is actually built into the box,
which I hate. It's so clunky.
Yeah, this is a classic Five Rings publishing thing right here. In Legend of the Five Rings, your stronghold was your box.
And I'll just take a look at how unreadable this box is. It's just I have a headache. I've just been looking through the cards just slightly, and man, is it unreadable.
Yeah, and I guess we could actually use this time because surprisingly, a lot of the cards in this game do actually have uniform values. So we can address those right now. The 5 up here on Caladan, that's the cost. Now you actually start with your homeworld in play, but throughout the course of the game, your homeworld may be subdued, which means that you will lose access to it, but you can bring it back. And the 5 casting cost basically tells you how much you're going to have to pay to get the card back. Now on the side here, are I think those are called talents. And there are 6 talents in the game. Right there, the gun is actually battle talent, is what that means. And we'll approach the other talents when we get there. Now, the 3 down here in the corner is the command value of a card. And that's essentially how many how many cards can be attached to that card. And apparently a vast portion of this game is attaching like battalions and stuff to cards. So that's how many cards can be attached to a card. You've got your text in the center there. So Kaladin is a little bit hard to read, but it says engage to produce 5 Solaris to your treasury. So engage and disengage is this game's tap and untap. A lot of the Archons.
It would be pretty good, probably.
It'd be really good. And in the corner, we've got the resistance value. So Kaladin's resistance value is 5. And what that means is how much damage something can take before it becomes subdued. So Kaladin has to be attacked basically for 5 damage for Kaladin to be taken out. So, and the upper left-hand corner, the upper right-hand corner is the actual affiliation.
Yeah.
Which is relevant. Because apparently you can make decks that are cross-affiliation in this game. It's just kind of expensive. Now, both players actually... You've got a 10-card Imperial deck, right? And this is like locations and key characters from the books and whatnot. This gets shuffled before we start. And we actually both start with Dune in play, but subdued. So it starts down here.
So the way subdued cards work is they're face down, they do nothing. Each turn they accumulate a token called a deferment token.
Yes.
And during your turn, you can pay the difference in the number of deferment tokens and the cost of the card to turn that card face up. So if something is subdued, you can get it back over time.
It doesn't seem like...
When was this game released? I think 1997.
97, yeah. So still early generation. I'd say this is probably like 2nd generation CCGs.
That's when they were definitely being experimental.
Yeah, I think this is like... You had games that were trying to separate themselves from the pack, basically.
Yeah, I mean, this is not... This game would not come out today.
No.
Nothing probably even resembling this game
there's not, like... As we'll go through it, just like the terminology and other aspects of this game are not particularly intuitive, I would say. All right, so we've both shuffled our Imperial decks. We've shuffled our House decks. And both players start with 3 cards from their Imperial deck. And this is your Imperial Assembly. And these are cards that we can deploy during our turn, basically. And these are not public knowledge, but we can look at the cards at any time.
Okay.
All right. Now, we both start with 20 Solaris, which are the money in this game.
Here, I'll give you some dice to use.
Okay.
We'll track those on a d20.
Yeah. And I'll try to get a nice contrasty color here. Maybe it'll show up on camera. Maybe it won't.
That looks good, probably. Close enough. We don't have large dice.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have very large dice. You just have to take my word for it. And then we both start with 10 favor as well. I'm trying to see if there's a D12 in here. It's all there's no actual D12s from what I can see. I'll just use another D20. I could use 2 D10s. Let's go with that.
Fine. Or 80-10? Can you go above?
Yeah, you can go above.
Okay.
So I've got 10 favor. All right. Now, we also have a spice bank. that is set up. And we're actually going to use amber for that because that's kind of
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense for our stream. Now, the spice bank starts with 2 spice plus 3 for each player in the game. Now, from what I've read and seen, Dune is actually better as a multiplayer game than it is necessarily on one-on-one.
Right.
But we're not going to find a third person at this time. So anyway, so we're going to start with 8 in the bank. Now, spice has a variable value throughout the game, and as there is more or less spice in this central bank, the value is going to go up or down. So the fewer spice there is, the more valuable it is. The more spice there is, the less valuable it is. And both of us can purchase spice based off of its current rank or current value. Right now, the exchange rate is 3.
I'm looking at the designer for the game.
Oh yeah.
His Wikipedia entry is very small.
Okay. All right. Well.
He worked on role-playing games primarily.
Okay.
He worked for Star Trek: The Next Generation role-playing game, Aria.
Okay.
Canticle of the Monon Myth.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked at Last Unicorn when Decipher purchased the company in 2001.
Okay.
And they later got jobs at Upper Deck.
Okay.
After leaving the game industry, he became an event planner.
Okay. All right.
The other designer, does not have a Wikipedia entry.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well.
Yep.
If you're watching the stream, let us know. Okay. So yeah. All right. Now, we got the assembly. We need to draw opening hands. Let's see.
7 cards.
Yeah, I believe it's 7. So you draw 7 cards to make up your play hand. All right. Who knows what a good hand in this game constitutes? Who knows? Oh, one last thing. Justin and I both gain $5, 5 Solari that we can spend how we want before we start.
Okay.
So it makes sense for us to keep that information secret because our initiative for the first turn would be based off of our favor, which we may not be able to influence right now.
Is it like 2 spice of favor or something?
It's 2 Solari for 1 favor.
Okay.
We can buy spice for the current rate, which is 3. Or you can just pocket the money. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll have I've got 3 dice.
Okay.
And the first die will be the number of spice that I'm going to buy. The second die is going to be the number of favor I'm going to buy.
Okay.
And the third is going to be the amount of Solari that I will put into my treasury. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so I'll keep this hidden. And if it's a nonsensical value, if it's like a 6, that's meaning of them passing. Okay. All right. Okay.
So, spice, favor, Solari.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna buy no spice. So you're getting 1 spice, 1 favor.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 1 spice.
I'm gonna get 2 favor and 1 Solari. So I have 21 Solari currently. Okay. So actually, I'll do this the other way around. The D20 will be my favor, and then the D10 set is going to be my Solari. So I got 21. Okay.
That does make sense.
All right.
Seems like Solari can easily go above 20.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like based off of some of the cards and
Yeah.
whatnot. I do think the first turn we're going to like spend a lot of money.
Probably.
Okay. So now
It may have been better as a board game. Yeah, probably. But the Dune board game is very good.
Yeah.
And it's way more iterative than this. It holds the test of time.
I was gonna say, yeah, it predates because it was like made in like 1980 or something like that.
70s.
Yeah, it's like it was an Avalon Hill game, and it was made like I think it was made before the movie. Yeah. So
I think that is correct.
All right. So, all right. Now what do we do?
1979.
1979. There you go. Yeah. Predates
So
the movie by
now
quite some time.
We do the opening interval.
Okay.
All houses simultaneously. Disengage phase.
Okay.
That's where you untap.
Untap. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Deferment phase.
So
you place deferment tokens.
Each player may assign a single deferment token to each of their subdued cards.
So we just have Dune just subdued right now.
Your face-down assembly cards are not considered subdued,
right?
And must not be assigned. So we each get one on Dune. All right. And then initiative phase. Each player declares their current favor to determine initiative. So proceeding from highest to the lowest, each player is assigned an initiative rank according to their current favor. Player with the highest favor earns initiative rank 1, and the second rank 2, and so on. If there's ever a tie, we've actually flipped the top card of our deck, and whichever one is the highest cost, becomes breaks the tie, and we keep doing that until the tie is broken, basically.
Okay.
All right. But I have 12 favor. You have 11,
right.
So I am first in the initiative. Now we can actually play if you have any initiative tactics, and tactics and ventures are like gray cards. They're gonna look like this.
I don't think so.
So that's a tactic and a venture, and you'll see where it says tactic and venture on them. They look exactly the same. Great. But that's where you find out what the actual type of the card is. So anyway. But it would say those said exchange and declaration. That's essentially when in the game you could play them. So if you had one that said initiative, this is the time where we would play that. All right. Okay. So I don't have any initiative ones.
Also, the win condition to the game, right, is during your turn you have 10 spice.
Yes.
And
how we actually win the game.
Right.
Yeah. How we actually win the game. You have to have 10 favor, and you have to have 10 spice.
How do you gain favor?
So you can, once per turn, spend Solari to gain favor.
Okay.
It costs you 2 Solari to gain 1 favor.
Okay.
But your favor can go up and down throughout the game as well. So, all right.
Let that spice flow.
All right. So I am going to. So now it's the house interval, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have a bunch of things that you can do in an unrestricted manner.
So you can petition an assembly card. You can deploy a house card. You can place a subdued event. You can deploy a subdued card. You can deploy a program. You can engage a card, or you can request admission to the High Council, which is the end of the game.
Victory condition. Yeah.
The limited ones are deploy a subdued event, limit 1 Imperium and 1 Dune, purchase favor, limit 1 purchase, 1 point per 2 Solari, max 5 points.
Yeah, so you could spend up to 10
to get 5 favor.
Yeah.
Okay. Chome exchange to buy spice. You can buy a maximum of 3 spice in a turn.
Yeah. Or you could sell spice.
Okay.
So if you could sell spice and gain 3 Solari.
Okay.
But you can't both buy and sell in the same turn.
Okay, either. Okay.
Yeah. You choose one or the other.
Or you can initiate rights, a Landsrod right and 1 Chome right.
Yeah. And so essentially all that means is that Landsrod rights, I believe, are the fight rights.
I think so, yes. And the Chome are like intrigue.
Yes, are so
assembly.
And you're going to target different things based off of the type of right that you're using. So, okay.
And if none of this makes sense to you,
good.
Don't worry.
Yeah, because it doesn't make much sense to us either.
We're right there with you.
All right. So I am going to. I believe I can engage my homeworld to add 3 Solaris to my treasury.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
Yeah, so that's it. Boom. We have taken a game action.
Okay.
We're officially underway.
Yeah.
All right. So,
engage a card is an action, yes. Okay.
Sweet.
It is a valid action. It checks out.
Now, if I wanted to, I could pay 6 and put Dune into play right now, I believe. Do I have any benefit for doing that? It says engage to transfer up to 3 spice assigned to a target desert you govern to your horde. I govern no deserts currently, so there's not much point in doing that. All right, I believe I am going to spend 2 to play a house agent. Just to have some sort of board presence. Now,
sure.
House Agent.
Can you become the God Emperor in this game?
You can play the Padishah Emperor. He is an actual card. So, all right, that's House Agent. Now, he's got 2 intrigue. Justin doesn't have anybody in play, but I could use this guy to try to use intrigue to take out one of Justin's characters if I wanted to. He also has the ability to counter during an intrigue, right? Essentially, counter means being able to block. So if Justin were trying to send assassins after one of my guys, I can put the house agent in the way. He's got 1 command value, so I can attach something to him at some point. And he is not aligned with any faction, so I don't really have to worry about that right now. Now, I think I am going to... I think I'm going to petition, and petition seems like one of the most dynamic parts of the game.
Leto the second is yes, you can play Leto.
Is that?
Look, Andrew, you've read way more of these books.
I'm sorry, you've tapped us out.
That may be a spoiler for like the 5th book. We're way behind that.
Yeah, is that what's his name? Son?
Paul's son.
Paul's son. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I see.
Okay. So I am going to petition to play. So what's going to happen is I'm going to flip up a card, and Justin and I are going to start bidding. And Justin can essentially outbid me to stop me from playing something here. And so... and if Justin stops me from playing something, I can't play anything else for the rest of this turn.
Not even from your hand?
No, I can't petition any more cards. Yeah, I can still play stuff from my hand, but I could no longer petition anymore. So, I think I will actually start with Chani. So, now, I start the bidding, and I can bid...
Put it up there.
Oh, yeah. Here's Chani. Not the greatest art in the world, but I think this is, like, actually pretty standard.
That kind of looks like her character in the movie.
It looks pretty standard for 1997 art, I would say, for, like, photorealistic art.
Just leave it up there while we bid.
Sure. All right, so we're bidding on Chani here.
Okay.
Now, so I have to start the bidding at 4.
So if I say 5,
yeah,
does it get put back in your assembly?
Yes.
If I outbid you?
Right.
I will say 5.
Okay. Now, our limits on bidding at this point are the amount of Solaris that we have.
2 men bid on 1 woman. I know. It became that kind of stream pretty quick.
Yep. Okay. So I am just gonna jump right to 7.
Right. You can have 7 chains.
Okay. So I will spend 7 Solari. Now, because Chani is in my faction, I can actually spend favor if I wanted to reduce her cost.
Okay.
So that is a way to kind of offset the bidding there. All right, so we're bringing Chani into play. Chani has intrigue and Chani has dueling. And she says that she may counter during duels targeting Freeman personas. And when countering, she gains +1 resistance, so she's harder to kill. So she can basically jump in the way of somebody else. So All right. I believe that Chani is actually going to pick up a Chris knife. So that's going to cost me 2. And so it makes it so that she gets +1 force and gains +1 resistance during dueling rights. So she can only have 1 card attached to her now, so I can't give her anything else. But she's ready to start knifing people. All right. I am going to... I don't know, when do we refill? Is that during the closing?
At the end of the turn. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I want to bring in... I may want to save some money to bid you up on some of your stuff. I think that's what I'll do right now. I'll just save some money. How many cards did we draw?
You draw up to 7.
Draw up to 7? Yep. Okay, so I want to play anything that I can.
It says, fill your hand to the hand limit.
Okay. So yeah, then I definitely want to play some stuff. All right. So I will play Long Cold Night. This is a... Oh, wait. This is a tactic declaration. I think this must be played... If it's a declaration, I think it can only be played when I am declaring an attack on you. And you don't have any targets. Currently, you don't have any targets.
Declaration.
Initiative phase. I think it's initiative phase declaration.
Is it a tactic or an event?
This is a tactic.
Tactic? I think it's a declaration tactic then, right? That happens during declaration?
During the initiative phase then.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine. I'll hang on to it. Who knows? Who knows? May come in handy. All right. Yeah, so I think I'm done here. I think I want to save some money to force you to bid more.
Yeah, did you see? I did post this rules document that I'm looking at in Discord if anyone wants to like look at that. That's just like a breakdown of how a single turn, or a single round flows.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now I will now read what happens when you end your interval turn, or your house interval in this game, okay? To indicate the completion of your house interval, you may turn the palms of both your hands towards the ceiling and say, I honor you with my water, and make a spitting gesture towards the table. No vulgarity or actual spitting, please. If you do, each of your rivals must respond. Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Failure to respond incurs a loss of 1 favor. So, there you go. Now, I have ended my turn, and it is now Justin's turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's real.
This is serious.
None of this is made up.
This is
in the rules.
I don't know if you can read this. You probably can't.
Where's it at?
It's this paragraph right there.
Okay. Even better than Ronnie roleplay. So I bless you with my water.
Yes. I honor you with my water.
Honor you with my water. Okay, I got it.
Okay. And then you say the other person says your gift is a blessing of the river.
Okay.
So there you go.
Got it.
All right.
I understand. All right.
That was the part that had me super excited because it is an amazing rule. So
it's a pretty good rule. All right. So I gotta do stuff during house interval. So I'm gonna play a subdued event. So when you play events, like any event in your hand can only be played subdued apparently.
Yes. Events are like different, and the events like take several turns to actually develop. So
you place a subdued event there, and then I'll play another subdued event there.
Okay.
So they don't cost anything when you play them subdued. They sit face down, but I can like deploy them later. I guess I could like pay their cost now if I wanted to.
I don't know.
I don't want to, but I think you can. I'm just like gonna scroll through the rules real quick.
Yeah.
Just to check.
Events. What do we got? Events. Well, the good news is it doesn't tell you anything about events.
That is great.
So we do have a pronunciation guide.
I will engage to produce 5 Solaris in my treasury. Like I say, engage Caladan here. I'm gonna go to 25 Solaris. A lot of Solaris there. Okay. I have such my brain.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man, I know. Okay.
What? These are all bad. I feel like I should have tuned my deck.
Once you put somebody into play, Chani's gonna stab him with a knife.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I will play this house agent of my own.
Ah, we got all kinds of spies
for 2.
We can't trust anyone.
It is definitely pre-coronavirus, yes. Also, you just spit all over your opponent's cards. I will bid on Harvesting Contract.
Okay.
Charter, Dune Contract. Engage to produce X Solaris in your treasury. X equals the total number of deserts, spice harvesters, and Carialius governed by your rivals.
Oh, carry-alls?
Carry-alls, yeah. You don't have any of those?
I have a homeworld fife.
Okay, yeah. So I got that harvesting contract there.
Okay.
I'll bid 4.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you can have it for 4.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Got a harvesting contract. Great. I will spend 4.
Yep.
Okay. I'll use it. Produce nothing. What does this do?
I honor you with my amber.
All right, I'll bid on Gurney.
Blow nose all over the table.
He is an ally vassal officer. When participating in a duel or battle in which there are Harkonnen participants, Gurney generates +2 force and generates +1 resistance. There are no Harkonnens in the game.
I see why you were so eager for me to play House Harkonnen.
I just thought it was thematic, honestly. I didn't rename these cards. So I'll bid 2.
2 for Gurney. I will bid 3.
I will go 4.
I will bid 5.
I'll go 6.
I will bid 7.
7 for Gurney. You can farm down for 7.
Okay, so I actually subtract his cost from that total.
So you pay 5.
I pay 5, and nothing. He doesn't do anything.
Is this a persona?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is an aid, which is a persona. It's all right. A character, either an ally or aid. So.
All right, I'll give this house agent the Atreides battalion.
Okay.
So I pay 2. The Atreides battalion says, assigned to a target persona or fief, battle tactic, engagement. If target participates in a battle right, engage to include as a participant. So it can like help.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess. I will also attach an Atreides battalion to Caladan.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
Put it under the stupid box.
Yeah. So if I attack Caladan with an army, that battalion can defend.
I'm also going to give it a house battalion, which is a
God.
similar thing,
but like slightly cheaper.
But slightly cheaper, yeah.
It does require that you actually have a gun, which Caladan does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah. That is like the requirements for being able to include that.
Because where the fact that you're still listed as playing Keyforge, that's a great point you just made.
We'll have to get on Twitch about not having a Dune CCG category.
Yeah, let me just change that. I wonder if there's a Dune anything.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a Dune video game that was like fairly well loved. It was like one of the earliest real-time strategies.
Browser. Right. Switch up. All right, Dune. Dune.
There we go.
Just Dune.
Easy.
Done.
There you go.
Cool. All right, thanks for that code red. Yeah, that would have not been great. All right, and then I will buy spice.
Okay.
Buy some spice.
So you can buy up to 3, and it costs you 3.
So does it go up now? When's the
I
exchange
believe
rate?
so. Now, according to this rule book, after each transfer, count the number remaining. So
I could buy the transfers all at once.
yeah. So I think you could buy some, and then it would go up in value.
I think I'll buy 2.
Okay. All right.
Spice rush deck.
And so now the value has changed. Yeah, there we go.
Realistically, Keyboard shouldn't have a Twitch category. It's somehow managed a sketchy entry into some upstream database. Not that I'm complaining. It really? It shouldn't have one? I think it should. It didn't. It did take like about 2 or 3 months for it to show up, or for it to generate a Twitch category.
Yeah, we kept,
because we were just streaming under like board games for a while.
Yeah, I think it was people playing on the Crucible.
Yeah.
Eventually got it.
Maybe I have someone who logs into Twitch every Friday night in the futile hope of finding a fresh Dune content. I know, maybe
let's see if we're the leader in the Dune category.
And they're gonna be like, "What is this? This is not the Dune I wanted."
Yeah, I'm sorry, like, because it was like I want to say it was like a 1992 RTS.
So I can do something with this house agent.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Dune is a 1992 adventure strategy video game. There you go.
92.
Boom. 92. Okay. Called it.
Nice.
I want to, I pulled that one directly out of my memory. So.
I don't know what this guy does, so I'm not going to do anything with him.
Well, you could use him to try to take out one of my guys.
I feel like Shawnee would just do him up.
So she can only counter if you are attacking a Freeman dude, and only during duels.
Okay.
So you could have that guy fight. Now I think we end up just trading because I have 2 and you have 2, so we both just like knock each other out, and the battle doesn't matter for that.
Now could it attack your homeworld?
It's 5 resistance,
so I can't get there.
Yeah, so you wouldn't. I don't think you would actually get there.
I think it would only be 2, right? Because that doesn't matter for attacking homeworlds.
Correct. Yeah. And he can't attack anyway because he doesn't have the battle.
Okay. Thing. So you can only initiate the intrigue stuff.
Right. The persona can only, because I'll go down the list because Justin and I kind of blasted through that without really explaining it, much like the Dune rulebook. So if you are initiating rights, you can do a dueling right. Targets a persona, so that would target house agents or Chani in this case. Battle rights target a fief, so you can target your homeworlds, or this is a charter, but some of the cards like this are charters. And then arbitration targets charters, so arbitration is that little scroll icon right there. And then intrigue also targets personas. That's like you're assassinating someone. You're either like poisoning them or doing other nefarious things to take them out. So
here's an interesting thing. If a subdued non-event card has a number of deferment tokens equal to the deployment cost, it must be deployed unless prohibited.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Okay.
You can only You can only deploy 1 event, I think, a turn?
Yeah, well, you can only deploy 1 event. It's like 1 Dune event and 1 Imperial event.
You can only do 1 Imperial, 1 Imperial and 1 Dune.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
I see.
Okay. All right, now are we ready?
Yes.
For
the end of the turn?
The end of the turn.
Okay, closing interval.
I believe you're forgetting something.
Oh, I honor you with my water.
Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So closing interval is somewhere in this book. My favorite thing about this is how this book is very poorly laid out. So each player discards any number of cards in their assembly. Your assembly contains more cards than are allowed by your assembly limit. You must discard until you have only the number permitted. Okay. Unless increased by a card in play, your assembly limit is 3 cards. So, and then you draw cards from the Imperial deck.
Yes, it took it did take 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess Justin's closest to winning currently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, do I want to get rid of any of these? Nope. Nope. Okay. So then draw cards from your assembly deck and put them face down into your assembly. And you may only draw until you reach your assembly limit. Okay. If you run out of cards while drawing, there is no penalty, except that you must skip the draw phase until you manage to replenish your Imperial deck. However you do that.
Okay.
Alright, so each player discards any number of cards from their hand. And if you have more cards than your hand limit, you discard down. And then, provided your favor is greater than 0, draw cards from the house deck until you reach your hand limit.
My favor is greater than 0.
Okay. I'm going to discard this. I am going to discard this. I think I want to keep these. And then I will draw up. All right.
I don't understand. I don't know, like, I don't have, like... Okay, that's fine.
All right. Okay. So, now we're back around to the opening interval. Right?
Yep.
So, we've disengage. We barely used anything, but so
yep.
Disengage. Deferment. So Dune gets a deferment.
Probably. I've said it a lot all day to myself while trying desperately to read the rules, and then like my eyes would glaze over and I go like click on.
It literally put me asleep.
Yeah.
At one point, I like was reading this and I was like, I have to take a nap. I like laid down and took like a power nap for like 25 minutes and then woke up because
it's brutal.
Reading through these rules was impossible. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Now,
just reading the cards makes me like want to die.
Because my problem is like the terminology, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
I can't one of those, arrange it in my brain.
It's something that's trying so hard because I feel like it's like 1997, right? You're designing a card game. You don't want to get your pantsuit off by Wizards of the Coast, so you have to come up with brand new terminology for literally everything.
Yep.
You cannot recycle any terminology. You got to come up with your own unique terminology.
Look, we never said this stream was going to be entertaining.
We
said it was going to happen.
It's 1997. And every possible word for tapping or untapping has been used by this point.
You came up with
a new
one.
came up with disengage.
Yep.
I came up with engage and disengage.
I don't hate that.
Right.
Although engage and disengage in most other games is a completely different like concept.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so deferment. You got deferment tokens on all your stuff.
Yes.
Now back around to the initiative phase.
Okay.
I've got 12.
I got 11.
I don't have any tactics for initiative.
Sure.
I do have this thing, which I guess I could play. I will discard X deferment tokens assigned to one or more target non-event cards. So I will spend 2 and discard your 2 Dune deferment tokens.
That's pretty mean. I'm pretty sure I don't have any tactics in this deck also.
Tactics?
Yeah. I've not seen any tactics.
Oh.
And 14 cards. Nathan.
Okay. All right. Where are we at?
This is Russell LaCroix is Angry, a real-time strategy video game developed by Intelligent Games and released by Westwood Sues in 1998 for Microsoft Windows. We're so sorry to disappoint you.
It's almost as if he was waiting in chat for this very comment.
I'm telling you, he's like, there's someone out there that has specifically followed the Dune video game on Twitch, and they turn on notifications, and we clicked that button to switch over, and they're like, boom, oh my god, someone is playing my favorite game of all time.
Debated.
Yeah, straight up debated.
Hey guys, Dune game here, debated. Ready for some real-time strategy, debated. Okay. All right, so I am still leading in the initiative because of the favor.
Yep.
All right, so I am gonna use the Forbidden Zone to generate 3 Solari.
Yep.
I think Chani just tries to go do this guy up.
No.
Just knife this guy.
No. Okay.
So, all right, we're gonna get some battle. It's gonna be.
What happens?
All right, I'm excited to find out.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry, I have to go to.
Oh, I got it. This might be better. Hold on.
Well, I'm at the Forms of Conley.
Okay.
Conflict lies at the heart of the Imperium. The Great Convention acknowledges this by providing a formal set of rules for resolving conflicts among the houses.
Okay.
This is actually a great line for our trivia game, Dune, or the Dune rulebook. So, these rules, the Forms of Conley, dictate the types of aggression permitted among the houses and detail the processes involved in their resolution. The Forms of Conley must be obeyed. All right. Anyway, so, okay. Initiation consists of 2 steps: declaration and engagement. Attacker declaration: state the type of right I intend to initiate. I'm gonna knife that bitch.
Okay.
And declare an eligible persona you govern as the attack leader, Chani.
All right.
Naming and assigned personnel as additional participants. There's no other assigned personnel to her. It's just the knife. So she's going to take her knife and she's going to stab that dude. Name an eligible card of your rivals as the target of the attack. So an eligible target of dueling is a persona, and those guys are persona.
Mm-hmm.
To be considered eligible, a leader must be disengaged. Correct. And must possess the required talent. Yes. Swords. An eligible target must not possess the same allegiance as the attacker. Correct. And be a valid target of the right being used. He is a persona. So, beginning with the defender, each player may now play 1 or more declaration tactics. Do you have any declaration tactics?
No.
I have no declaration tactics. All right. Attacker engagement. Engage all declared attackers. Engaged.
Okay. So, like,
engage your leader and any other participants. So, defender engagement. You could counter if you had somebody who could stop this knife-wielding maniac from stabbing that dude, but you don't. So, engage your leader and any other participants if they are currently disengaged. Beginning with the attacker, engagement tactics may be played. I have no.
All right.
Okay. Now the assessment interval occurs. So we do the force calculation. So I currently have 2, 3 force, and arrive at a force total. So I have 3 force.
So I have none because I don't have a swordy boy.
Yep.
Okay.
And be sure to include any modifiers generated by tactics or special operations. We declare our force total. I have 3, you have 0.
Mm-hmm.
Force distribution. After declaring force totals, each player distributes their force among eligible targets in the opposing group. So I'm going to choose that for 2.
Because he's got 2 little health guys here?
Yep, he's got 2 resistance. Yep.
All right.
The attacker distributes force first, followed by the defender. Force may not be distributed to personas with assigned participants unless those participants also receive sufficient force to vanquish them. The attacker distributes force first. So
this could have been so much simpler to explain.
Do you have to stab his whole battalion first?
Do you?
Is that what it's saying? It's not participating. It's not participating because you can only participate in battle rights. It's not participating.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a battle right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
So like, what happens?
Okay. So resolution. Resolution begins after.
Get out the TA-85.
Yep. If the force applied to a target, leader, or a participant equals or exceeds its resistance, the target is vanquished.
Okay.
If it's insufficient, it survives.
Just tell me what vanquish means.
Consequences. A vanquished card is immediately subdued, along with all of its assigned cards.
Okay.
Surviving cards remain exactly as they were before resolution. Ignore any partial force applied to participants. Okay. If the target of the right is vanquished, so this is battles and duels, the attacker may either increase their favor or decrease the defender's favor by an amount equal to the total number of defense participants vanquished during the right. So I'm going to make you lose 1 favor for stabbing that guy.
Okay. Got it.
All right. Boom. Stabbed. Okay. Well, I feel better. I am going to... Let's get some economy going. What's this thing do? Nothing. What's this thing do? Oh, this is real good. Okay. Oh, yeah.
The Amber tokens are spice. That's the amount of spice in the spice bank.
Okay.
How does more spice get generated?
This says engage to produce 1 spice in the guild horde.
The guild horde. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. So I'm gonna petition these smuggler bribes. And it engages to produce 1 spice in my horde.
It's a charter.
It is a charter, yeah.
It produces a spice in your horde?
Yes. Taps to just give me a spice.
That's bananas. I feel like it's bananas. Maybe it's not banana. I don't know.
Why don't you fight me for it?
I'm very broke, so.
I start at 3.
That's fine.
You give it to me for 3. Bang! We got it. Alright, I'm gonna engage the smugglers to produce 1 spice into my horde. Okay. And then I am do I want to do anything with this?
I feel like a Dune card game should be so much better than this. And I feel like I can't believe no one's designed a Dune card game since this.
Yeah. Well, so from what I understand, if we were playing with like actual decks, and if we were playing multiplayer,
these decks do seem like really lame.
Yeah, the decks get like much better. Yeah. I mean, like I don't even have like targets for this guy to go against right now. Okay. I
kind of get it a little more now.
I guess I'll try to get this Imperial Basin. Okay. So I'll start the bidding at 3. And this says to engage, produce 1 spice on it, or produce 1 spice in the horde.
What does the spice on it do?
Dune lets you take spice off of your holdings.
All right. You can have it for 3.
I have it for 3. Okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 then. I'll get this.
I have such a headache, Septimus. It's bananas.
Okay. I will put
like
one...
and also like just trying to read the cards. I can't like get it to a distance from my face to where it is comfortable to read.
I am going to put a spice on the Imperial Basin then.
I think the font is specifically designed to not be readable by humans comfortably. Because it's like... Ooh.
Alright, and I bless you with my water.
Your... What line? Line.
The line is, your gift is a blessing of the river.
Your gift is a blessing of the river. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm going to engage to produce 5 Solaris. Go to 13 here. All right. And I'll use this harvesting contract. It's actually going to give me 1 now because you have a desert.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try to play Gurney. again.
Okay.
For 2.
I will say 3.
I will say 4.
You got him for 4.
Okay. I will try to petition Carthag.
Okay.
For 4.
Okay, so I can't do anything, so you get it for 4.
Okay, so get Carthag here. 4. 6. Try to find it. So Carthage is engaged to produce 4 Solaris in treasury. If you govern Dune, produce 1 additional Solaris. That seems pretty good.
Oh no, pays for
so
itself.
Go to 10. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna get crushed in
the economy, baby.
Economy.
And then I'll petition this Suspensor Technologies, engaged to produce 3 Solaris in your treasury. So I'll say 2.
Yeah. Sure, I'll say 3.
I'll say 4.
Okay.
And 4 on it. And economy.
My God, I'm so far behind.
So I will engage to produce 3 Solaris. So I'll go to 9. Alright. And then stuff. Now I gotta figure out what all the stuff does in my hand. I need like
I'm hopelessly behind.
I still have to play this event, because why not?
Yeah, I believe you're right, Herb. He could have just started at 3 each time.
Oh yeah,
Storm.
Thanks for that resub, Storm. 17 dunes. 17 months, and you've been waiting for the stream the whole time. Much appreciated, Storm. Okay.
Get all kinds of events down there, dog.
Yeah. They don't like do anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Meaningful, at least. What is a holding?
Feasts and charters, maybe?
That's what I think, yeah.
Holdings? Imperial, yeah, charter and fiefs, so. That is what those are.
I'll play this Atreides Propagandus.
Hmm.
It says engage to reduce the deployment cost of any persona by 2 Solaris. If engaged during a petition, reduce the final deployment cost.
Okay.
So you can think it says tactics declaration, but I think that's just like you can do it whenever, right? So,
yeah, I think so. I think it being a tactic means you can play it at any time. Okay. So when you're declaring that you are playing somebody.
I don't know, reduce the cost of this guard commander.
Oh my God.
You can encounter during battle rights.
Okay. I'm getting crushed on the economy.
Don't know what that means. What it means? Okay. I don't. Okay, wait. So I can. Spice or favor. I think Gurney like wants to punch something. He could battle.
This is 5. This is 4.
5 and 4. Okay, so you can't quite. I guess I could actually engage both these because it can like 2 things can participate in a fight. I think, right?
Sure.
Sure. It is like talk about participants and such.
You may need the attack leader.
So I did a battle right.
Yeah. So
declare any personnel assigned to attack leader as additional participants. It's assigned to attack leader.
Yeah, so that would be like the battalions and the
Okay, so you can't like
you can't have like multiple people.
So if I wanted to even destroy that, I would have to like strap him up with stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna give this propagandist a flip dart.
Okay.
It says sign to a target persona generates +2 force during intrigue rights.
Ah, okay.
It does require that he has one. I assume that was the
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So he's actually 3. Oh, he's gonna poison my guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you ever like get to the? I guess like this stuff on Gurney would have like gotten there pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay.
I honor you with my water.
I accept this gift of the river.
The what?
Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, love the line. That's +1
Line.
Wait, can Gurney just axe this guy?
Yeah, 1. He's 2 resistance.
He's two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can attack him if you have some way to like boost him.
No.
Okay, so I'll discard 2, draw up to 3.
Oh, we disengage first.
Yeah. Disengage. Draw.
Does my subdued card get disengaged?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe. Yes. You get a deferment token.
Yeah.
Dune is deferred now.
What is all this crap? What is this? What does this mean? Okay. Deferment tokens. Bit.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna disengage my home.
Load it up, son. Love this game. Alright, then I get these things.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my god. What? Okay. So you can make these Dune cards now a new house in Keyforge. The house their team would be needless, highly conditional complexity. That'd be pretty great.
Okay. I'm at 12 favor.
That's level 10.
Okay. So I am first. I am going to use the Forbidden Zone and generate some Solari. I'm going to use the Smuggler Bribes.
What does this mean?
To get some spice.
What does this mean? How do I know this? Okay. What? What is weirding rank? Should I know what that is?
Yeah, weirding rank is one of the talents. So Paul Atreides has the weirding rank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think Chani's just gonna keep stabbing people.
Please no.
Yeah. Chani's gonna stab Gertie.
Okay.
Okay.
He's stabbed.
It's coming at him with 3.
That's what you need.
Okay. You've only got 1. She's 4 resistance during stabbing. So you lose 1 favor. And that was my Landsrad, right? So my Chome, I could send this house agent after your propagandist. I think I need to do that.
You do get +2 force during intrigue rites.
Yes, so we'll take each other out. Yeah. But it's better than him taking out Chani, I think. So, okay, yeah. I'll send the house agent after the propagandist.
Best of 3, yeah, that's a great idea. Alright, so they take each other out.
Yeah. Alright.
So how do you wouldn't need like infinite space for this game? Like
Yeah,
all this crap.
It
doesn't go away, it just stays on the table.
It keeps gaining tokens, yeah.
So
okay. And you lose another no, actually if the target is vanquished, the attacker may either generate Solaris in their treasury or discard Solaris from the defender's treasury equal to twice the total number of defense participants vanquished during the rite.
So 2.
Yeah, so I can either make you lose 2 or I can gain 2. I think I have to gain 2 because I don't think I will get anywhere if I don't like get an economy of my own. Okay, so I am going to petition the Trespass Accord. And this is a charter, and it says each time a desert is engaged, produce 2 Solaris in my treasury. So I actually did this out of order. I should have waited. This is not a desert.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. So yeah, bidding starts at 2. I'll say 2.
I'll say 3.
I will go to 4.
Okay, you got it.
Alright, so I'll spend the 4.
The damage tokens Storm are called deferment tokens, so like every turn, everything that's face down gets a deferment token, and then you can pay the difference in cost of the card and the amount of tokens on it to deploy that card. So it's like they come back for a certain amount of time.
All right, I will use the basin. I'm going to engage it. And each time a desert is engaged, I produce 2 Solaris into my treasury, so I'll get 2. And I am going to petition for the open bled, sorry. And I'll start the bidding at 4 on this.
So you just get it for 4.
Yep.
Trying to decide if this game was made very quickly, capitalized the CCG craze, why it doesn't really work, or alternatively made over an extremely long by someone who refused to edit out even. I feel like it's the second. Because it's like, I think they're like in their brain, they're like, this is a 3000 IQ game, it's genius.
Well, it's like, I think they wanted to
play tested a lot.
I think they wanted to capture everything about the Dune universe.
It was like designed for theme first, and then never drilled down enough.
Yeah. So I'm going to use the open bled, and I can produce 1 spice assigned to it, or I can put 1 into the treasury. So I'll assign 1 to this.
Okay.
And I get 2 Solaris from the Trespass Accord. Okay. And yeah, that's my turn. I actually don't want to do anything with any of this. Nah, most of this is probably going to get discarded on my next turn. Alright, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I bless you with my water.
Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Yes.
Okay, we did it. Got it. Exclamation mark line. Okay. So...
trying to stab her? You trying to take her out? You coming for this bad bitch? What is the line for? You missed it, Storm, but when you end your turn, you have to say, I honor you with my water, and you make a spitting gesture. And your rival must respond with, your gift is a blessing of the river. And if you don't respond with that, then you lose 1 favor. So it's in the rule book. So since we're learning how to play the game, then it's basically required at this point.
So I'll make 5 things.
Okay.
I will play this event. It says each house must pay 1 Solari per holding they govern to the Imperial Treasury. If a house cannot pay the full amount, it must reduce its favor by 1 per unpaid Solari.
So I spend 4, so all my money's gone.
Do we count this as well?
The homeworld. Oh, that's a good question. Our homeworld's fives.
Our homeworld's holdings.
Yeah. Homeworld. The planet of origin. Our okay. Holdings. Let's see. Holding 14.
Or at least I pay 3.
Nope. Okay, that's a lie. Yes, your homeworld is a holding. Okay. So you'll empty out my treasury, and you'll also make me lose 1 favor.
Heck yeah. Okay. Great. So I will start deploying stuff.
Okay.
Breeze X Solari, so X is the number of desert spice harvesters and carryalls governed by your rival.
Desert, so 2.
So 2. We'll make 4 Solaris, so I'll go to 11.
That's too much money. You're producing people faster than Chani can stab them.
That's the idea. I will deploy Arakeen for 4.
Okay.
Petition is accepted. Can't let it be accepted. 7. Then I'll engage to produce 3 Solaris.
My god, all these things that just pay for themselves.
I will petition the spotter control harvesting union for 2. So when spice tokens are produced by a desert holding or spice flow event, produce 1 Solari per spice in your treasury.
Okay.
So I have 3 in my treasury right now, so that's pretty good. And then I will petition the Great Flat. So engage to produce 2 spice, assigning it to the Great Flat, or engage to produce 2 spice in the Guild Horde. If produced in the Guild Horde, reset the Crow.
Yeah, which is the exchange rate.
Okay. So I will produce...
It is a desert?
2 spice. It is a desert.
Okay, so I will gain 2 Solari when you
That's fine.
Engage the desert.
And then when spice tokens are produced by a desert holding or spice flow event, produce 1 Solari per spice in your treasury. So I'll use that to get 3.
Okay.
All right, comboing off here.
Yep.
And then I have this thing, 3 Solaris.
Yep. Yeah, how much over there?
Oh, sorry, I have 9.
Oh, okay. Oof.
All right, so we got 9 Solaris. Okay, then thing is I got no mans. I just get this 1 man. I got a lot of stuff that doesn't do. Seems like. Okay, so I can give this guy an Atreides battalion.
You coming for mine?
He's about to just take something out. He's got 4. What can I get for 4?
That's 4. That's 4. And then these are 5.
What does that do?
This is the thing that gives me Solari every
deserts.
Time. Yeah, desert engage.
That's pretty good. I'll probably take that out.
Okay.
Well, I will battle right.
Oh, this is a charter, so you cannot battle it.
Ah, okay.
So
can
you
battle
can battle the fife, yeah, or the open blood. So you can battle this.
So I'll battle the 5.
Okay.
And I have to engage the battalion as well.
Yeah. So I will lose a favor because it's going to get subdued.
If anyone knows what I just did, I'm very impressed because I barely understood what I just did.
I don't know what happens to that spice. I wonder if it gets discarded.
Probably not, considering nothing really just gets discarded.
Yeah, doesn't say anything about it losing. Getting
just yeah, it's captured, so I get it.
Okay.
captured spice, amber. Okay, so I bless you with my water.
I honor you with.
I honor you with my water.
Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Okay.
All right. And end of the turn. Discard that guy. Discard that card. That card's awful. Discard this. Disengage. Draw.
Just gonna stack these up.
Okay, so deferment, and a deferment.
Random blood on the table when your blood pressure finally causes you to begin to bleed out. Okay, I'll do that. And this is a repeated.
Oh, guess who's getting stabbed next?
It's probably that guy.
Okay, so I have 10 favor, you have 9 favor, so I'm still barely hanging in there.
Trying to find Paul Trees, I can't find him. This deck is like all attachments and no guys.
Okay, so I am going to use the Forbidden Zone and gain 3 Solaris. I am. You know, look at this stuff. You have how much over there? $7.
$7. Let me know if you produce any spice by a desert holding or a spice blow event. I guess you don't have any desert holdings. Oh, you do have a desert
yeah, I've got
holding.
one.
That would produce 1 spice. So 1 Solari per spice in my treasury. That card is dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have to go beat it up, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can just get
like it has to be deployed, right?
yes. Yes. It was not events, so yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll use the smuggler bribes and produce a spice into my horde. The only way I can get some money. Oh, but I can send her and poke this dude in the eyeballs. Yeah, okay. She's gonna go poke this dude in the eyeballs. Instead of using the knife, she's gonna use her intrigue.
Okay.
So it's 2, which will take him out. So I'll get 2 money. I wonder if we're doing that right. I wonder if the attachments to it matter.
No.
Is it personnel?
It is, yeah.
It is personnel. I wonder if that.
But they're not like engaged, right?
Yeah, I guess they're not participating.
This says battle tactic engagement. If target participates in a battle, right, engage to include as a participant.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he can't participate then. Yeah. Okay. So I'll get 2 money. All right, so I am going to try to bring Stilgar into play. Bidding starts at 5, so I'll say 5.
I'll say 7.
Okay, so you spend 2, and I can't bring Stilgar in.
I'm not trying to let Stilgar run wild on me, but I don't even know what he does. Oh god. What is surprise?
Yeah, so surprise allows you to distribute and resolve a portion of your force during calculation, thereby giving you the ability to vanquish one or more.
Strike.
Yeah,
just say first strike.
Opposing participants before they can add their force to your rival's.
You just gotta say first strike.
So if he's attacking, you get to take people out.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to spend 2 for this Dune smuggler. Me down to 5. You got a bunch of 4s over there.
All kinds of stuff, man.
My guys aren't so good at talking. All right, so I'm gonna give him a stunner. I'm gonna hit somebody with a stone cold stunner, and he generates +2 force during battle rights.
Okay.
And I can go fight at your Great Flat. So yeah, he's gonna go fight your Great Flat because the eyeball and the battle can be done in the same turn.
Okay.
So he does 4 to it, so that takes it out. You lose a favor. I don't know how either of us win this game if we just keep dunking on each other.
I'm winning.
Oh, you're winning? Okay. Then I'll engage this, I guess. Oh, I can't. I just give you more money, so I can't use this.
Sweet money.
All right, your turn. Go ahead.
So, what? I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry. I honor you with my water.
Your gift is a blessing of the river. I think.
Cool.
World Dune Championships. All right.
I mean, the Dune card game stuff is worth a lot of money, surprisingly. While Justin's taking his turn and is dunking on me.
So, I'm gonna deploy these things.
Let's go to eBay
because I have to. House Agent, Atreides Battalion.
Okay, so if you would like a box sealed of the starter decks, it's going to run you $800.
God. What?
That's clocking in. That is over $100 a deck.
Jeez. Okay. So I'm going to engage to produce 5 Solaris.
Each starter deck in this game, sealed, is between $80 and $100.
Incredible.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap. In the parlance of the children.
All right, I will petition the Imperial Suck School Prophet.
No, you're gonna get some good suck over there, I see.
Yeah, I'll get that for 3.
Yep. I can't compete with the economy over there. It's just too good.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's just too good.
Will I'm gonna get Dune here. Just gonna flip up the Dune here. The old Dune. So engage to produce 3 Solaris, or if you govern Dune, produce 2 additional, so I'll produce 5.
Oof.
Engage to produce 4 if you govern Dune, produce 1 additional. So that's 5. Go to 12.
I think this is an example of like where multiplayer like is a better version of this, because it's more likely that one player wouldn't control both of those, right? Because
is it unique?
It's unique, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So if somebody controls something with a name, nobody else can put it into play. So
I'll make 3 more Solaris. Like 4 Solaris.
oh god.
I will make X Solaris, where X is the number of deserts and spice harvesters and crystals. Carryalls.
I have 1.
You have 1. 20.
How many deserts would you say you engaged over there?
Oh.
None?
None.
None? Okay, good. Okay, good. Just
yeah, none.
Just wondering.
I will pay 4 to flip this guy up.
It has to have at least 1 deferment token on it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll position the open blood.
I have the open blood. So.
I'll petition for Hellot
Oh, okay.
for 4.
That dude fucks, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. 5 intrigue? Holy shit.
Bang. Okay. Then I'll give him the Chonkri. It says poison effect, discard a target subdued persona. Okay, that's 9. Give him something else too. I will get his house physician.
3 comma club.
So this says engage to assign X deferment tokens to a target subdued persona you govern. X equals the physician's intrigue rank, so I'll assign 1 here.
Yeah, and I get you back Gurney.
Get Gurney back, yeah. Just gonna stack all these up here. Okay.
I think I'm hopelessly behind.
Maybe. I'm gonna start stabbing Johnny there.
Poisoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she can't do anything back to you because she's disengaged, but so you will poison her.
And I can discard her.
Yeah, with the Chomkri.
What do I get for doing that?
You get the number of personas, so you can gain 2 or I can lose 2
dollars.
Yeah.
I will make you lose $2.
Yeah, that hurts. Oof.
Then I can do what was the other 2 rights? Battle and Chome.
That was the Chome.
That was Chome.
The intrigue or arbitration, and then you can do battle or dueling.
Battle or dueling. Okay.
Yeah. This is the only thing. Well, you can also battle my homeworld, but these are the only things that I have that you can battle. I think I'm hopelessly behind. You have so many more cards.
I'm gonna give Gurney Valor.
Okay.
It's the +1 battle rank.
Okay.
And Gurney's gonna engage the.
This is 5. This is 5.
He's got 4. So that, I guess.
This is a charter.
It's a charter.
Yeah.
Oh, it can only be
yeah.
petitioned.
Yeah. It can only be arbitrated against.
Okay, I'll give him a Kinjal. Which gives him +1 force during a duel.
Oh no. You're gonna stab my smuggler?
It's gonna stab that smuggler.
Okay,
so I can duel, right?
Yeah, you can either gain a favor or lose a favor.
So I'll gain a favor.
Okay.
Okay. And I am done.
Okay.
Track him down. The deck box is pretty freaking difficult to take out.
Okay.
TBH.
Guess I gotta get rid of this stuff. Okay, so deferment tokens. Yeah. Yeah. Disengage. So this needs a deferment token.
So if I took out your that thing, could I then deploy it?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens if you just can't play it,
right?
Even if it has that many deferment tokens on it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We're out of damage tokens. Okay. What's the win con is you have to have 10 spice and 10 favor.
Yeah.
During your turn.
I'm currently at 3 spice, 10 favor.
I honor you with my water.
Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Okay.
Oh my god, that guy's insane. Too late for him though. Okay, so this guy pops up now because he is the deferment is all gone. So I have initiative then. I'm going to use the Forbidden Zone to generate 3. I guess I have to use the Open Blood to get 2 from this. It's a shame, because you'll get that your thing.
Oh, you produced a spice token?
Yeah.
So I produced 3.
You have to engage it? It just does it? Oh my god.
It just happens.
Oh my god. Oh man. Jeez. You have how much money over there? 8?
Yeah. Cool, $8. I'll buy you out anything. You trying to arbitrate?
Chani was discarded.
This is kind of win more. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
especially with economy.
Right. I don't think I like get annihilated this turn. I think you probably win, right?
I can't get enough spice to win out.
Can't get enough spice. Yeah. I mean, I think you've won this game. I think it's just me like prolonging it.
We gotta play through the game, man.
Okay, well,
we don't concede.
All right, well,
around here.
Okay, I will have the house agent. Does what? What do you do?
This may also be the only game of Dune on YouTube after we're done, by the way. So we need to play through it.
Mistakes and all.
Yeah.
I think this does not stay in play.
Which one doesn't?
I don't think this stays in play. This venture.
Poison?
Yeah, this venture.
Venture.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I think it's a one-time use thing.
Okay. Ventures. Deployed to a government persona that meets the talent requirement and any other conditions. No limit to the number of ventures. Does nothing until the intent to engage its target persona to produce a card's effect is declared. Can be done immediately after deploying, later in the turn, or on a subsequent turn. The persona is captured or discarded. Governing house can transfer venture to another eligible target.
Oh.
Otherwise, it is discarded.
Oh, wait. That's if it was discarded.
Deployed to government personas that meet the talent requirement. Any other conditions. No limit to the number of ventures. Can be done immediately after deploying, later in the turn, or on a subsequent turn. Persona is captured or discarded. So I guess you're right.
Okay.
So it's discarded after he uses it.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's not like these things that stay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
different type of card. Got
it. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna play this House Mentat. He makes my hand size +1. I guess I am going to play.
Nothing in this game is in real English. No.
I'm gonna use the smugglers to add 1 spice to my
Not
board.
just cards that you have to read 3 times, but many rules and many italics and keywords.
I can give myself a cash infusion by selling spice. So I'm gonna sell 3 spice at 4 apiece.
Okay.
So I'll get 12 Solari.
That's pretty interesting.
And then that resets the exchange rate.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're gonna play some Stilgar. You got 8 money.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 money. I am. If I jump right to 8, can't do anything about it. Yeah, I'll say 8 for Stilgar.
Okay.
All right, so down to 6. I had to give away a bunch of spice, but getting beat up. Okay. Stilgar is picking up the Freeman Battalion. And we're riding out. Ride! Okay. Now, I could send a Mentat after your house agent. So I think that's what I do. I'll send the Mentat after your house agent.
Okay. He's out. Do they trade?
Oh, yeah, I guess they would. So I might as well send this house agent after him then. Okay. So 2/2. It goes down. I will gain a favor. No, I get $2 from that, right? Because that's a Chome thing. Yeah. All right. And then I can send Stilgar with 6. Go after your Dune. I go after some of this. No, I think I could go after Dune. So I'm gonna send Stilgar after Dune. Because you got all kinds of garbage over there I'd have to fight through.
I can't.
And these guys are engaged as well.
Okay. I can't defend anything.
Okay, so I take out Dune.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's me. Oh, and I will gain a favor because you're gonna make me lose a favor here in a second. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
This is like pseudo Game of Thronesy.
Yeah.
If stuff didn't get off the board.
Yeah, ever.
Right. If nothing ever left the board. Oh yeah. I honor you with my water.
Your gift is a blessing of the river. Alright, I'm gonna play can I like put something on this guy and then discard one of the things that are on him?
I have no idea. Command limit. Mm. 17. Apparently we can transfer cards around and stuff.
Okay. Does Stilgar only get surprised when he's attacking?
I believe so. He's tapped anyway, right? So I don't think he can defend back.
So I think Cooper goes ahead and
intrigues
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And what is it? What does the intrigue right give?
Money.
Money. Okay. I'll take $2. And the other one I can do. Can I do battle and duels now? No. Just.
So surprise can happen on defense.
Okay. So, but that's only for.
It says when leading battle rights. So yeah, that's like if you were attacking him or if he was attacking you. So. Okay. I wonder if we're doing the force thing because I don't know if all the stuff gets subdued with them.
Oh, what else would happen to it?
It would just sit there. It couldn't be used because the person couldn't be used. It'd just be stuck there. But we may be doing that wrong. I don't know. So we'll let the Dune experts tell us in the YouTube comments.
Resolution, let's see. Vanquish cards are immediately substituted. Ignore force applied to a participant as less than its resistance.
Yeah, and then you get the bonuses.
It may just sit there. I think you might be right.
Okay. Force distribute anything. Attacker distributes force first, followed by the defender. Force may not be distributed to personas with assigned participants unless those participants are also assigned sufficient force to vanquish them.
The participants have stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if any of this stuff was attached. Opposition didn't have anything. There didn't have anything. I think this just stuff was just like assigned to this stuff individually. So it's like that. No, it's like this. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
He's like that. And this is.
I think they stay in the position that they were, but
yeah.
I think that part could have been more clear, right? Like if if something's not participating.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway. I sold all my spice. Okay. We're getting through it. Fighting through it.
Alright, let's see how much money I can make. Buy this back. 3. Make 2 spice here. Buy spice first. Let me rethink this. Okay, let me just make a bunch of money. So that's 5. That is 9, 12, 16, 19. And then you have 1 desert. 20. So $27. So I buy maximum spice this turn. So I buy 3 for 9. Go to 18. I think I want to buy some favor. 2 per favor. Buy 3 favor. Go to 12. Then I'll produce some spice on this thing, which will give me $6. So we'll go to 18. Most recent review was 8 years ago. Jeez. 0 videos about Dune on board game. We could actually post that video. We could be the go-to Dune info on how to struggle through 1 game of Dune over the course of 2 hours. Okay. Then I will.
It was like a big asterisk next to it saying that
maybe it's wrong.
we think we're doing a lot of stuff wrong here.
Quite possibly wrong. So I'll redeploy this guy for 1 and redeploy this guy for 1.
So interestingly, like having a bunch of dudes almost doesn't matter, right? Because you can only use so many of them. They like need to have abilities.
Since they can only attack 1 at a time.
Yeah. I really wonder if like this game was like inspiration for a lot of stuff in the Game of Thrones card game.
Maybe. It's got elements of
right?
Because like all the different challenges, kind of.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones card game feels like a streamlined version of this, right? With stuff getting off the board.
All right, so then I will slap Paul down here.
Oh no!
I'll say 4.
Yeah.
Give me that Paul.
The sleeper has awoken.
He's got this weirding thing. Can you just use that for anything, or is that what that is?
It's,
what does it?
It has to be referred to on other cards. That's like where the weirding rights card.
Okay. And I'll get this Caladan exports for 3.
It only costs 2.
Yeah, but I'll bid 3 because you have 3.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I'll engage that to produce 3.
Oh, okay. Can you win at the start of your next turn?
The start of a next turn? Maybe.
Because you could buy out Dune, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think you can You have enough.
We'll find out. I will get Duke Leto.
I don't even think you need him, right? Does he do anything?
He does get me plus X to my declared favor. X equals his command rank during initiative.
Okay.
So if you try to get initiative from me, I could get him. Plus, I just want that Leto dog.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have a battle right thing I can do. I can't actually like get anything destroyed though.
You could use his arbitration. No, you did an intrigue. You did an intrigue.
Oh, yeah,
so you have to do either battle or duel.
Battle or duel. So Gurney could like
Gurney could knife this guy, yeah.
Gurney stabbing that guy.
All right. I either you gain a favor or I lose a favor.
I will make you lose a favor.
Okay. Ugh. Stabbed.
You stabbed. Okay.
Okay. Next turn.
I honor you with my water.
Your blessing is a gift. Your gift is a blessing of the river.
Yeah. Okay. These don't matter. I'm never going to cast these events. God, this freaking board is so clogged with crap.
Yeah, I'm just discarding all of this.
Yeah, I probably am going to do the same thing. So do I only have 2? Do I refill?
You refill them, but then you don't have anything else to draw.
Okay.
I think this game is a lot quicker than we may think it is.
Yeah. We did a lot of like fumbling around and figuring stuff out. Especially 2 players. I could see it going a long time if it's multiplayer.
Right.
Okay. So initiative?
Yeah, you're ahead now, so.
Okay, so I will take initiative.
Let's see. Okay, I am going to play this initiative thing. It says discard a card from my hand to increase my favor by an amount equal to the target's deployment cost. Target's having an X deployment increased by 5. So I'll discard the guild surplus to give myself +5 initiative to go to 15.
I will engage an ally I govern to increase my declared favor by an amount equal to the ally's command rank. So, let's see. I guess I'll get Thurfer. I get 15.
Okay.
And then I can use Duke to give me +3 more.
Okay. All right. There you go. That was the most exciting initiative phase.
It's pretty exciting. All right, so I can make $5, make $3.
He did actually matter.
8. 13, 17, 20, 25, 26. We'll flip. I had to buy Dune back first.
Okay.
For all that. 26.
Okay. You have to, I believe you have to engage your homeworld. Oh, you subdue your homeworld when you buy Dune.
Oh.
Yes.
So I just do that after I engage it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that would have mattered
Yes.
a couple turns ago.
Right.
I think that would have meant I just had like
Slightly less money, but it's
slightly less money.
Yeah, we did.
It would have
stuff
been
wrong.
like that much more less money.
The Freeman one.
I would have
says,
just not played some of those crap.
Yeah. When deploying Dune, do not subdue the Forbidden Zone.
Ah. Okay.
So
that makes
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that matters.
I don't think
in
it
the grand
matters.
scheme of things. I just make 26
I think you,
money.
Yeah, I think you made so much more money than me this game that it didn't matter.
26. I'm at $27.
Yeah. So you can use Dune to get that 3.
So I can make the 3. Yep.
And then you can buy one from the bank.
Yep. And I can petition.
Yep. You got 10 favor and 10 spice. So you're at. There you go.
Okay.
Boom. Justin controls Dune, and
I did
therefore ipso facto the universe.
All right, so now is when the movie happens because
Yes,
House
Atreides has taken over Dune.
Yeah, movie starts.
Now the movie
GG,
starts.
y'all. Okay, ready for game 2? No, we have to play all 7 of the decks to see which one's the best in the tournament.
Yeah, it's the Dune Tabletop Royale.
All right, let's get all this crap off the board.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. It's like close to fun.
Yeah,
It's got some concepts I like.
yeah. I do think
clunky.
honestly, I do think this game would shine in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because I do think one person will jump to a lead in a 2-player game.
This could do very well with the 2nd edition. I think you could build on this like core.
Yeah,
There's a core here that it has something.
right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I like the I like fighting in the different phases.
You could do worse to the worst, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I could actually spit on Nathan. That's correct. Actually, no. That spitting is considered a honor, right, on Dune because you're expelling
giving
some of
them
your
water. Yeah, you're giving them water. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in this game. I think the cards themselves could do with a lot less clunk.
Yeah, well,
right. And now that we've played a game, we can actually read other cards and like know what they do, right?
Like most of the characters aren't that exciting. I feel like characters should matter more because like it really came down to just producing economy, and like that's really all that matters.
Here's Princess Irulan, who's a Bene Gesserit, but she has something if you also have Shaddam, because you can make cross-faction stuff. It's just when you go to play her, you have to lose a favor. And so something else I could have done, even though I was behind economically, is I could have actually have spent some of my favor to reduce the cost of my guys.
That's true.
To try to play them.
We didn't really do that very much. Yeah. I remember that you saying that rule once, and I glossed over it.
So she has arbitration, and if you have Shaddam, then she gains the Carino allegiance and +1 command and arbitration. So she would go to 3 arbitration, and you could give her an extra attachment. For instance, she says capture a target noble vanquished during an intrigue in which Lady Margot is a participant, and so capturing is just straight taking control of. So she seems insane then, right? Like I would have been if one of us had been using her for intrigue rights, it would have been just like taking out opposing people and gaining control of them permanently.
That's very interesting.
So yeah,
I kind of liked the bidding on certain cards. It's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah,
it definitely is sort of win more as far as like the person who's winning economically.
Yes, yeah. Apparently, that the strategy in 2 players is to go second and force your opponent to bid more on their stuff.
Oh yeah,
because either you stop them from playing anything, or you make them pay more for their stuff, and then you just get to play all your stuff for the cost. So yeah, which I think is just like a design flaw.
It's definitely a design flaw. I think there's a way to implement that in a way that isn't bad.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
The rest of the, like, I don't like that you're so limited on engagements. As far as like you go and do one of these 2 things and one of these 2 things.
Yeah,
because characters were like, I have all this crap on the board and I can only use 2 things a turn.
Yeah, yeah. Because it definitely seems then like some of the events are more powerful. So
like one thing I really like is bidding across both decks, play cards, but this isn't balanced. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we have Spacing Guild. So the Spacing Guild homeworld cannot be declared the target of a battle.
Oh, that makes sense. So they're far away.
Let's look at the Spacing Guild needs. This guy gains surprise during arbitration. The Navigator dude. He assigns X deferment tokens to his target subdued Imperium event, and X equals his prescience rank, which is 4. So he can actually put 4
prescience? That's made up. That's new.
Yeah, well, no, it's what the guild uses.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
That is an example of adding in things just to add them in for flavor, right? Because like that could be anything else. You could represent that as intrigue or something.
Arbitration,
right?
or
same with the weirding rank. Is like you don't need to have that in this game. It could be represent some other way, like just like a power on on people or a keyword or something, right?
This guy can
there's no English in this, no.
Engage to examine up to X subdued events governed by target rival. So like this guy taps to look at subdued events. Like,
right?
Is it even good?
Right. Yeah.
Because I feel like you would know more than likely what the events in the game are. There's not like enough of them, right? This says no house may petition to deploy a holding. That's actually insane, right? Like you
just turns it off for a turn.
Yeah. And people can't play stuff. You could get your stuff and then play that, right?
So that's like a benefit of having intro. I did have one that said like our players can't deploy blades or personas the turn. I never got the chance to like play it because you always had initiative for the last turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our game Necromancy Dune.
Yeah. Interesting. I feel like now that we have actually played a game, it's one of those I'd like to revisit just to see if we could cobble together decks from what we had that were a little bit more focused, right? I had like, I'm sure you did too, but I had like a lot of dead cards.
So much crap. Yeah.
So many cards that just like didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange because it was like all attachments and like
I feel like
you want a deck with this like a lot of events. Yeah, a lot of tactics, maybe.
Yeah.
Like screw with combat because there wasn't really enough of that. Combat just kind of happened,
right? And it was
tactics,
just like
it would make it more interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
There's stuff that's like +1 attack or something,
which is one, but combats, right? I had one card that was good. I never had a chance to actually play it, but it was during an engagement, an intrigue engagement. I could tap one of your guys, so I could like attack one of your people and then tap one of your other guys. Which seems pretty good, right? Because part of the problem is that I couldn't take out the correct people. If I could have tapped down Thurfer to keep him from just annihilating all my guys, I would have been in a lot better shape. So
I want to do for the next card game Necromancy. I want to do Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
Cypher Lord of the Rings.
Looking forward to that.
I have a deck here, and you said you had stuff at home.
Yeah, that was before the lockdown. So
we need to like put on a hazmat suit.
It's at my parents' house, so I'd have to like call ahead and just tell them.
Just tell them to put it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
We could also get decks from our friend Logan. He said he has some decks.
Yeah,
that's an option as well, but we have to arrange that. And we could possibly put that together for next week if you wanted to do that next week.
Maybe. I feel like we're burning through our content Necromancy stuff.
Well, honestly, like you said, we could revisit this. Yeah. We could revisit BattleTech. We could revisit. We could go to Lord of the Rings. I do have Star Wars TCG, Star Decks. Yeah. Or Star Wars, the Wizards one. Right. That actually Team Covenant played today.
I think that was TCG.
Yep, but I have Star Decks for that, which I want to dive into because I think that deck or that game is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Even though Team Covenant just played today, I have had those decks for about 2 years. I
think
bought
more
them.
Than that, right?
Well, I bought them. I found them at Gen Con, like 2 years ago, and I was like all hyped about it because I wanted to play the game again, but I never got a chance to actually play it.
Yeah.
There's also Star Wars, the living card game.
Yeah.
That I would love to dive into again. Yeah. We could talk about that for a long time.
Right. Because we were very competitive in that game for quite some time.
Yeah.
Because I think you won a regional.
Yep.
I was like 17th one year at Gen Con. Like I just missed the top 16 cutoff.
And we are the 2v2 champions.
We were, we beat Matt Cole and the Arkham Horror. I forget his name, but he won like every major Arkham Horror tournament.
It was that is a tournament.
Yeah,
that we will never forget.
Yeah, that was exhausting.
Yeah,
I think we didn't play that many games, right?
It was 4 rounds, and it was 3 rounds and then top cut.
Yeah, but it was close to 12 hours.
It was more than 12 hours
because the rounds in that game were.
It was like
crazy.
Almost 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, because it was like an hour and a half per game.
Yeah.
So
you missed Dune Lord Farquaad. Honestly,
watch the VOD.
Watch the VOD.
We struggled through it, but we watched through the VOD. So.
Warhammer Conquest. Yeah, we could dive out. We could definitely bring that out. I think I might still have my cards. But like with all this,
you're talking about 40K. The 40K one, not Invasion, right? Yeah.
Invasion's also good.
Yeah.
I would like to dive into Invasion again too. I wonder how cheap Invasion set is. I'll have to look that up.
I played the shit out of Conquest.
Yeah, so Nathan could definitely. I just
that was
bought,
actually
like, the starter
that was
set of
actually my
Conquest.
first content creation. It doesn't exist anymore. You can find that. I think the Twitter for it still exists, but
I definitely think it would be worth checking out Invasion too. I think we should get Invasion.
Yeah,
that was really,
I think Invasion was less balanced than Conquest.
Oh yeah, but it was really interesting. The
Yeah.
mechanics of it were really cool.
Everybody had broken stuff.
Yeah.
It was just like, was the stuff equally broken? I don't think it quite was, but
Right.
there were a lot of interesting mechanics going on in that game.
I think we can definitely widen our card game Necromancy with the chances of us doing extra streams and Keyforge getting pushed back a bit.
Right.
I think we could definitme do maybe one a week, like a weekend stream kind of thing.
Yeah, Dark Eldar were very broken in the first couple of sets, but me and the guy from the podcast, we called it I think the command struggle. We had a chaos deck that was like 95% against Dark Eldar, and it actually dogged Eldar as well. And so he went to I chose to play in Star Wars that year at Gen Con, and Star Wars and Conquest were happening at the same time. And he took the brew that we put together and lost to the dude who got second because that guy lost to the dude who was cheating. Who was like the first person ever banned for life from Fantasy Flight, from FFG games, because he ended up so I think John had like a really good chance to win it all, but he ran up against this dude, and the dude was doing some 200 IQ Dark Eldar strats. He had like an 80 card deck or whatever, because the rules of the game I think were like 40 card minimum. But he had like an 80 card deck that included
was the cheater guy?
No, not the cheater
guy that just won. Okay.
He included every possible 2 shield card in his deck. And so every time you would go into combat with him, you just couldn't kill any of his guys, because he was like, his hand was, he would just like shield 2, shield 2, shield 2, shield 2. And you're like, oh man, how many could this guy have? And the answer is he had as many as he could possibly have fitting into his deck. And so John sat down to play him and lost, and was like, dude, I just couldn't like kill any of his guys. And I was like, man, like, how is that possible? And he explained it to me. I was like, this dude is on some next level stuff. It just meant that every time you drew cards, you were like going to stop your guys from getting killed. And Dark Eldar were like good enough that it didn't matter. Like the Dark Eldar commander was good enough that she could like win fights by herself, because she generated so many tokens.
Maybe Warhammer Invasion LCG is not so easy to find, because I'm trying to find it right now.
I know we've got some sealed stuff at Empire that I could possibly pick up. They had like all the chapter packs.
Here's the base set, $25. I mean,
yeah,
we could definitely do a lot with just the
we
base
have
set.
the base set somewhere, right?
I don't know.
Do you think
I think I probably got rid of my stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think all my stuff.
I think I
was
probably threw away my stuff.
Yeah,
Because it was just like, when am I going to touch this again? And
Right.
that was probably 10 years ago.
it was probably like 5, right? Was it when you moved out of your mom's house?
But that was almost 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. I think I was 22. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I know. We're old
been a while.
AF. I know.
It's been a
Years
while.
are actually going by a lot faster now.
Yeah.
As we get older.
As we're stuck in this house where time has no meaning.
Yeah. Very true, too. So chapter packs are like $10 on eBay.
That's like retail at the time, because it's not. Those weren't the get 3 of every card in the chapter pack either. Those were
There's
like
the arcane, like
Yeah.
1 rare, 3
Yeah.
of the commons, 2 of
Yeah.
the uncommons kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I do want you to show everybody Eddie. You
Okay.
could right now. Don't alert him.
Oops. He's been chilling like that for a while.
He's got his tongue poking out. I don't know if it shows up in the.
Oh.
Oh nope! You're rousing him. You're rousing him.
It doesn't quite show up. Let me see if I
Okay.
can enhance.
Enhance. Get the tongue enhance. He's got a mini blip going on. Hey, he's getting a treat.
Wake him up for the treat. You can see
Enhance.
it right here.
Enhance.
You can see it kind of.
Yep. He's awake. It's stirring. He's rousing. He's roused. Oh, it ended.
Yeah. All right. You want a treat?
Oh, you can't see him.
All right.
Oh.
What else could we do? We could do what games we played. That would be easy to get our hands on.
Well, it's not technically dead. It still exists in some capacity, but UFS.
UFS is a good, probably a good thing to explore. I never really played it that much.
I wouldn't hate not calling it card game necromancy per se, but basically saying, hey, this was UFS a long time ago.
Code Red, I have a lot of Destiny stuff, and yeah,
yeah,
it's not technically dead either. Well, it is actually like heading toward the grave, but there's still Destiny content being created, so I wouldn't. I feel like we don't really need to
throw our weight into that
to play Destiny right now. I think it's more interesting to explore stuff like Invasion or Conquest that no one's made any content for a while. Just to talk about I liked playing Dune because we could see what kind of mechanics were made in a time when there was not a streamlined process for creating card games.
Yeah, well, I mean, when did the Game of Thrones card game come out? Was it 2000, 2001?
It was early because it was before the.
It was
before Feast for Crows came out.
Yes,
and that was 2001.
Feast for Crows was 2007.
Oh, I was thinking Dance with Dragons was 2007.
Dance with Dragons, I think it was 2012.
Yeah, you're right.
2013.
Hold on. Was it 2000? I feel like it was 2000. Hold on. When did Feast for Crows?
Star Realms? I love Star Realms. Star Realms is really good.
It's 2005. Feast for Crows.
Okay.
And because I know it was like 7 years till Dance with Dragons came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Realms isn't like a CCG though. I think we're trying to gear more towards CCG. Star Realms is really fun to just kind of
they got the rights to it before it became like a powerhouse.
Yes, way before. So Game of Thrones. It's probably 2001. First edition. I guess the card game. That is not it. That's the LCG. Game of Thrones CCG.
Yeah, it's re-implements it. You can click the re-implements collectible card game. Top one.
Okay. 2002.
Okay. Yeah.
For the original. And we played the heck out of that.
Yeah. We did.
I remember there was the time my brother bought the box of the new set, and instead of commons, they had rares in the slot. So he immediately had a box of every single rare from the new set because they were mispackaged. Yeah. And I was like, that's the most awesome thing ever.
And then you realize that commons are impossible to get.
Yeah. What else? Like I'm super excited about Lord of the Rings because
that game's sweet. There's a lot of really cool mechanics going on.
There's a lot of cool mechanics that never got really re-implemented in other stuff. Yeah. The sites was one of the coolest stuff. Like traveling in the game. Yeah. The object of the game is to go to Site 9 and win.
The fact that you were you could be in a position where you realized you couldn't win with one half of your deck and you had to focus on the other half of your deck. Mm-hmm. And trying to balance both of those things was incredible. Because there were a lot of games where it was like, I cannot win with my fellowship.
Yeah, like I'm already too far behind. They're beat up.
Yeah.
Or something.
I just have to make sure that my fellowship doesn't die, and then I try to kill them with Uruk Hai.
Yeah.
Or there were times where, how many times would you have somebody make a double push on you, right? Or the bluff, right? Where they go and you're you don't quite have enough stuff to crush them. So you bluff, you discard a card, you draw one as if you didn't have anything in your hand to try to get them to push into where you would just lay your trap down. It was really dangerous to do because you had to play your bad guy cards to cycle through. Right. Yeah. But yeah, that game did lead to a lot of awesome moments.
It was good.
So
it was really good. So I'm really excited to play it. I really want to play it next week because I just want to look at the game again. I think the cards are beautiful. I still think the borders and the art. Yeah, it's not art, but it's stills from the movie. And every time we watch the movies now, I'm just hey, hey, that's this card. It's this card. That's this card. As they happen.
Yeah. Game was complete dog shit that I wanted to love?
What?
The Aliens versus Predator card game. There were 3 factions. You had aliens, you had predators, and you had marines.
Okay.
And I wanted to play the aliens. That game was horseshit.
Okay.
It was so bad. And it was bad in like every conceivable way. Like I want you to like look at some of the art from that game.
Let's see. Were you looking at that on TTS the other? That's funny.
Like there were so many cards. So they tried to do the decipher thing where they would take stills from the show, but just from the movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you know what happens is when they need different types of aliens, they just show you like blur, like from the movie Aliens. There's just like blurry aliens, just like half in frames and stuff. And there's like, this is the alien guard, and it's just like half an alien inside the picture and stuff like that. Yeah, it was bad.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones did that really well. As far as card art, card pictures. I think Star Wars did the same thing. The Decipher Star Wars.
Yeah, if I can find the aliens, because I didn't buy the other decks because the group of friends all wanted to play different ones. Like I wanted to play the aliens, somebody else wanted to play the marines, somebody else wanted to play the predators, and that game was like scenario based. It was basically a board game. Because like if it was alien and predator, you had a scenario, and if it was marines and aliens, you had a scenario, and if it was marines and predator, you had a scenario.
Yeah.
And then if it was like a multiplayer game, you had like another scenario. And like the aliens, their goals were to like capture people and impregnate them and turn them into stuff. And so like the most powerful, there was the alien predator hybrid that you could make, but you had to actually capture a predator, which is like fucking impossible. You had to just like throw waves after aliens of xenomorphs into the predator to actually like try to capture the dude.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's so many IPs that would be really cool to revisit.
Yeah, honestly, I think that game would be a sweet one.
Yeah.
That's probably a good candidate. I think you could take possibly the scenario idea behind it. I'm sure it's like super cheap.
So X-Files card game.
Yeah,
another one's on my list. Things I want to play.
I think Casadante has some of that because it's like dirt cheap.
It looks pretty dirt cheap.
Yeah. So now here's the premise of that game is you're trying to figure out what the opponent's conspiracy is. Oh, it's because everybody's just
it's like cash grab stuff.
Yeah, and they don't care about the IP, and you have people who don't get what makes Alien and Aliens great films.
I mean, that's like all the movies too, because like Aliens is great, right? Alien is great, but after that, there's like
and
action.
We have to be
Predator.
honest. Predator is like an okay film. At its core, it's like okay,
like super good movie.
It's like it's passable.
It's fun, and no,
there's a lot
it's
of,
better than passable.
Now there's a lot of we do have to be, because Predator 2 is awful.
It's not great. Yeah.
But like the Predator movie itself has a better reputation than it actually is. There's a lot of like cool stuff that happens in that film, but pretty
awesome all the way through it.
I'm just saying.
he throws a knife into the Vietnam guy and says, "Stick around."
We have to.
That's great.
We gotta be honest. Predator is just an okay film.
Ooh.
It's just okay.
Tabletop Royale is now over. I'm resigning.
It's not transcendent like the original Alien is, in my opinion. I think the original Alien film is that Krychek?
Yes. Look at X-Files cards.
Yeah. So
Aliens is very good. Aliens extremely good.
The original Alien film, I think the original film is like transcendent horror.
No, it's excellent. But Aliens is like transcendent action.
Yes.
The movie.
Yeah, because it's a different film.
Yeah.
It's a very different style of film. So.
Yeah, we need to get on some of those X-Files at the CGG. It's got pictures from the show too.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to watch that show.
So the way the way the game works is you're trying to guess the opponent's conspiracy, and you're like investigating different things in different fashions. Now, the Mulder and Scully for this game are apparently insane. Like they're actually bonkers how good they are.
Okay.
But they were like ultra rare or whatever. I think that Krychek card was actually like super
It's
expensive.
ultra rare, $16.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like super expensive when that game was like popular.
Yeah.
So. I think he came out of one of the later sets. But yeah.
$3,000. Complete X-Files CCG set. $3,000.
Jeez.
I'm going to buy it now.
Bot. It's got the dude. Oh my god.
My goodness.
The lamprey man.
The lamprey. Let me see if I can share my screen. Browser. Oh, okay. Delete that. Delete it.
Beautiful, performant, and feature packed.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know. It's a black spot.
I don't know how to use Streamlabs, you guys.
There were a lot of fucked up things that happened at X-Files. To this day I never saw the incest episode because apparently it was too horrifying.
Go home.
Yeah,
I saw that when I was like 8.
Yeah,
it's pretty terrifying.
And because they never aired it again afterwards.
I know. I watched it when it came on because I would always watch Fox on Sunday nights as a kid.
Yeah, because it was like it was back-to-back power hours.
Yeah.
So
look at this guy.
The thing is really good.
I can't even zoom in on this picture. Well,
there's the lamprey man.
Pretty scary.
Cigarette smoking man.
Also the
cigarette smoking man was expensive.
Oh man, I bet he's banging. Love that guy. Also the Eugene Toombs.
Yeah, squeeze.
It's pretty scary.
It's reaching towards you.
Mm-hmm. What's this? Uncut sheet of X-Files. That's pretty cool.
$40. It's like a great decoration.
You just cut them.
Let's get out the
Scully.
paper cutter.
Can't quite read her. Not that we know what it means. Although this, like from the cards I read, it does not seem that complicated, which I like. Like Skinner was like draw 2 cards from the bureau deck or something.
Yeah,
that sounds very simple.
You're like Yeah, I don't 100% know how the game plays, but you would ask your opponents questions of stuff. Now they Inquest back in the day did a card game versus card game tournament, and it was very funny. Because they just like made up arbitrary rules, and there was an Illuminati card game, and so they had X-Files versus the Illuminati, and the first turn the X-Files player goes, "Is your conspiracy the Illuminati?" and they win the game because they've guessed the opponents.
That's amazing.
They had BattleTech versus Magic, and the Magic player casts Shatterstorm, which destroys all artifacts, which all the mechs are considered to be artifact creatures for the purposes of the game, and blow them all up. So
I like all those stats over here.
Skinner.
Illuminati got reprinted recently. It's not super great.
I mean, it's a Steve Jackson game, right? Like Steve Jackson games stopped aging in 2001. Then they've just been printing the same game for 20 years. So
the thing is very good though. The thing board game was like okay, but it was just missing something.
Felt like there was a balance issue. From a flavor perspective, I felt like it delivered.
Yeah.
But we felt like there was a balance issue.
What else we got here?
I have
there's like the Marvel game, the
Overpower?
No. The one that got reprinted recently.
Versus? Yeah, Versus is not bad. It's like super cheap.
Kind of sucks.
I think it kind of sucks though is the problem. Like because that game, you want to talk about a game that was not designed. So they would design sets internally, but then not test them with like previous sets. So you ended up with all kinds of like broken stuff, and you would end up with like the Green Lanterns. Like, oh my god, they were so good, so stupid. The Green Lantern.
Versus got like DC and Marvel.
Yeah. So when they added DC, they started adding this mechanic called Willpower, which basically invalidated every card that was printed before it because if you didn't have willpower, then you were basically a second-class citizen. So
let's see how much Lord of the Rings is.
actually, I think it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I remember boxes always being pretty cheap. Like
$6 for starter.
36 for a box, sealed box.
Yeah.
Anthology. There's a bunch of good cards in these.
Mm-hmm.
Booster box, 40 bucks.
First set, $40 shipped.
Ain't bad. I think we have like between all our friends, we played the crap out of this game. We probably have
But I'm sure we had multiple,
a lot of stuff.
We had multiple play sets probably.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
All right. Closing that out. Deleting that box. Back to sleepy half of Eddie. All right. Well, I mean that's all we got.
That's it.
I think.
We talked about we'll try to keep up with this as permitting, as like apocalypse permitting, and yeah. So
thanks for watching. We do appreciate you guys stopping by on the stream.
Yeah.
It's not really like Keyforge or
Right,
that doesn't necessarily even make sense.
Yeah, I mean this game. Let's close it out. I think with the okay. Let's close it out with the rule book. I think that's the best way to do that.
Now a reading from the Dune rulebook. Anytime.
It's fine. It's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good one.
Anytime.
I'm trying to find where it like tells you how to win the game. Or
that's a great question. I'm still not quite sure if that's right.
I'll close it out with hoard your spice. The spice on your allegiance decks and spice packs and elsewhere are not merely decorative. Look for Imperial Distrons, in which the Emperor tells you where to mail your spice to get free cards and other great stuff. The Distrons also contain information about tournament play, upcoming expansions, Imperial Gossip, and the Trome Quarterly Report. Upcoming expansions. Watch for these exciting Dune, Eye of the Storm expansions, Judge of Change, Thunder at Twilight, and Second Moon Rising.